Hey, what's up, everybody? Back here for another little actions speak louder than words. We're going to have a podcast up soon on some current events, similar to stuff I'm going to talk to you about today. Wanted to talk to you about today, so look out for that podcast. But I also want to talk to you about the ridiculous amount of money we're sending to the Ukraine. So, and the absurdity of it all. And you notice what your president did, talking to them about how we're going to support them and give them more money and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he hasn't gone to Ohio yet. How do you think those people in Ohio feel? It goes to show you that one reason I started this little sub-channel is the actions speak louder than the words. His actions, he goes to Ukraine, giving them hundreds of billions of dollars. Talks to the Ohio people and just blows smoke up their butt. But hey, but he goes to Ukraine and hasn't gone to Ohio yet. Just saying. So, back to Ukraine and the money we're giving. Currently, from what I found, we've given $115 billion to Ukraine, to another country. So, let's put that in perspective. Remember Flint, Michigan? The water crisis, how everybody was up in arms and, upset how people are drinking this dirty water that's terrible for them, that's giving them all kinds of diseases. Well, let's put this in perspective. Guess how much it cost to fix the water crisis in Flint, Michigan that still hasn't been addressed? $216 million. I said million, not billion. $1 million. So you gave $115 billion to the Ukraine. Flint, Michigan, zero. Nice. Like it. Good job. Let's go to the next thing. Everybody wants to get upset. We talk about the veterans and how, everybody wants to take care of them. Currently sleeping on the streets tonight will be 42,000 homeless veterans. Yeah, I understand that some of those veterans choose to be homeless, but plenty of them don't. So, 42,000 homeless veterans. But hey, $115 billion to Ukraine. Now, what's next? Let's think about this. I can come up with another one. Guess what? Baltimore schools. They don't have they don't have heat in their schools. Kids are going to school in elementary school with jackets on because it's so freaking cold because there's no heat. But thank goodness we gave Ukraine $115 billion to fight a war that has nothing to do with us. $115 billion Ukraine, Baltimore schools, zero. Nice job. Drive through Baltimore sometimes, people. See what's happening in your own country before you start worrying about other countries. Because I guarantee you, you might think it's a war zone in Baltimore. But hey, some of us don't want to look past that white picket fence we have. Just saying. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. Remember Jackson, Mississippi? The water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi? Yeah, the same place that Brett Favre stole millions of dollars from, but nobody ever talks about. Yeah, that place where they can't fix their water. Guess how much that costs? Now, that costs a little more than Flint, Michigan, but $2 billion to fix. But hey, you're giving $115 billion to Ukraine. $2 billion's a drop in the bucket, no problem. But hey, that's just me. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. New Orleans got hit by Hurricane Katrina in 2005. There is houses and communities that still haven't recovered from that hurricane. But hey, $115 billion to the Ukraine, baby. Gotta do it. And nobody's asking the question where all the money went that was donated to those places. We're almost 20 years later. This is ridiculous. And if that's not enough for you, guess how many homeless children there is in America? 2.5 million homeless children in America. But $115 billion to the Ukraine. I mean, the absurdity of this country and the fact that people even believe in voting for the people in office and they actually care about the same ideals that the people are voting for them is absurd. The people that are going into politics don't give two craps about anybody. They care about lining their pockets. Because guess what? Most of this money that went to the Ukraine also got funneled back to your politicians. The big guy, as they call him, you don't know, Mr. Biden, he got $5 million funneled back to him through the FTX crypto exchange. If you don't know what that is, look it up. I also did a video on that. And I'm sure it's far worse than they actually admit. Ukraine is the fifth, or not, maybe the fifth, I can't remember, but it's in the top 10 of the most corrupt, voted as one of the most corrupt countries in the world. And we're giving them money left and right. No clue where, nobody's paying attention where the money goes. No idea where the money goes. No idea where all the military equipment that we're giving them is going. It may be going there, but who's tracking it? Who knows? And when you ask for somebody to pay attention and track it in the political realm, oh, that's absurd. Why would we do that? So we're going to trust the people like Nancy Pelosi that commits insider trading every day. These are the type of people that are that you voted for, that are in right now in charge of deciding where this money goes. Your taxpayer money, my taxpayer money. Why are we paying taxes? We should all stop paying taxes. It's absurd. They're just giving the money away. Our children are going to pay. And you want to know where inflation comes from? These types of things. This is where inflation comes from. Printing money, giving money to people to a country that is corrupt beyond, we're probably more corrupt than they are, but working together to be corrupt. The absurdity of all this is just getting out of hand. Out of hand. So, like I said, thanks for listening. Podcast. I have my buddy Seth on. Will's there, of course. I have the link to the podcast, which is on Podbean. Because stuff we talk about, they won't let us talk. Some of the stuff we talk about will get kicked off of YouTube for it. So check that out. Please like, subscribe. Have a good day. And I'm out.